Hey DJ, drop that beat. What's cracking with it? Okay, they wanted it. They about to get it. It's T-Dub with Blazing the Sports. Yes, of course, I am back at it like a crack at it, giving you boxing geekers every bit of this work. Let's work. Let the flames grow inside you, because I'm about to deliver. Guys, we got to talk about this. I want to get your thoughts on this. I want you to tell me, do you believe it or not? Ripley's Believe It or Not. What's the water spike? It's coming out, guys. The water had a little some in it. Had a little bit some outside of H2O. Something that make you slow down. Let's go. Alright guys, yo, what up? Welcome to the channel again. This is me and my co-host Lola in the building. Show them hips, work them, make them lick their lips. Yum. Guys, we gotta get into it. Let's get into the chat. I'm back at it like a crack at it, giving you boxing geekers every bit of this work. Shout out to my boy Expert Genius in the building, Jane Doe's in the building, observing stuff in the building, Maxine in the building, the alien in the building. What's cracking with it? Let's get it. Oh, we here tonight. Okay. Looks like we got some different things in here. The alien coming out. Already seeing Deontay Wilder got his, what's coming. But now I'm about to talk about it. Let me get mine in. All right, guys. I wanted to go live a little bit earlier, but I was helping a friend shoot like a promo video for this exhibition about what coming up. I'll give you more about that later. Then I had to go to my same friend's house, put my foot in his A as we play some Madden. Listen, I hope Jose is watching this. Jose, I hope you're watching this. Listen, you are still my hermano. That's sweet. We cool. But I beat you 42-0, bro. 42-0, bro. And in the second game we played, you was coming back. And I still came. No, you was winning. I came back to win, bro. Then you had me go out there and play a sport I never played before, bro. Tennis, bro. And as I played tennis, bro, I won 4 games out of 3, bro. This wasn't your night. All right, guys. Let's get it. All right, so let me pause it for a second, guys. All right, so the word on the street, guys, is that Deontay Wilder, somebody inside of Deontay Wilder camp, spiked his water. He did an interview with PBC radio interview where he stated that, hey man, I felt very drowsy. He said it was nothing leading up to the fight. I felt fine, but it was like the last 10 or 15 minutes before I actually had to make a walk. I felt like a zombie, right? It sounded like he wanted to say some things, but he did not want to say some things, guys. And remember, right now, none of this has came directly out right now, at least a public interview from Deontay Wilder, but there has been sources on YouTube that said he interviewed with Deontay Wilder, and he said, listen, somebody inside my camp spiked my water in so many words, which led to him being drowsy. Now I'm going to say this as well. Some of you guys might say this, well, if his water was spiked, then how did he pass a VADA test? Bob said something about this a long time ago. I'm not sure if Bob watching this, but Bob said this a long time ago. He said, listen, he said, VADA typically tests for things that enhances your ability, enhances your speed, enhances your condition. As far as I know, VADA has a list of banned substance. So if you pass this list of banned substance, well, let's say you find a list and you find something that's not on it, maybe something called drowsiness, maybe something that just whatever. It doesn't matter if it was in his system for 30 minutes or in his system for 5 hours. If they didn't test for it, they just didn't test for it. And right now, we're just going to use that. And guys, listen, this is not me saying it happened. This is not me saying it didn't happen. This is me bringing you the news, and you come to your own conclusion. I don't mind if you agree. I don't mind if you disagree. You can always let me know. Comment below. I'm your boy T-Dub. What's plays in the sports? I'm back at it like a crack at it, giving you boxing geekers every bit of this work. What you should be doing right now is smashing the like button. If you ain't smashing the like, God damn it, you ain't smashing right. And that's what she said. left unsatisfied again, watching another T-Dub video again to get her rocks off. Let's get it. Now, I'm going to give you guys a little bit more information, and I'm going to go into the chat, and I want to find out what you guys got to say about it as well. Some people may say this, that how was the water tempered? It was all the water was I guess sealed tight. Let me just give you my thoughts on that. Remember, they said somebody inside his camp, because when Deontay Wilder did an interview with PBC on that radio interview, he said, listen, I was thinking to myself, why me? How could this happen to me? And he was alluding to people inside his camp wanting what he had, but wanted to take the shortcut around to get what he had and not actually get it himself. He said he had to make changes to his camp. He talked about it in a allude that he couldn't believe after finding out that it actually happened to him. He said this, I don't want to say a lot right now, but when the time comes later, he's going to come out and he's going to be more open. Now, some of you guys might say that, hey, man, it was a water bottle. It was a brand new water bottle. How could it have been spiked? All right, a couple of theories. It's just a theories on if it was spiked, how it could have got spiked. If somebody from his camp, maybe a trainer, maybe a coach, maybe a friend, maybe a close sparring partner, we have no idea who would have said, well, Champ, you want some water? Okay, Champ, I'll give you some water. And maybe opened up a new bottle, turned it back, poured some in a cup, and gave him a drink. And I got to say this, guys, when I was calling this fight, a lot of you guys used to watch these fights with me live when I called these fights. When I was watching Tyson Fury's side, when the camera was going back and forth, I saw Tyson Fury up, energized, moving, dancing, singing. When I was watching Deontay Wilder, guys, I want you guys to keep me honest and make sure if I'm wrong or right. If you can recall what I recall, when they was paying it to Deontay Wilder in his dressing room, he was laying down, not moving much, laying on his wife's lap. I'm like, what is he doing? Like, no, before a fight, you want to get energized, right? You want to hit the mitts. You want to get a nice sweat, a nice warm-up. And Wilder was looking like he was trying to catch a nap. So could it happen? Listen, there's a reason. There's ways that it could have happened. There's ways it could not have happened. I don't know. But let me talk to someone else. So some of you guys, and I'm going to go to the chat room. Some of you might say, oh, this water bottle, ain't nobody spiking water. When nobody spike water. Well, let me pull up something for you guys right now. For you guys that say, man, won't nobody spike no water. Nobody's worried about that. He's just making excuses. I want to pull something up of somebody who is worried about people spiking water. Give me a second. Maybe you'll know this person when I pull them up. There we go. All right. After Tyson Fury got the victory over Deontay Wilder, Deontay Wilder corner stopped in the 7th round as he was taking a lot of punishment. Afterwards, in the post-fight press conference, somebody brought Tyson Fury some water. And Tyson Fury said, wait a minute. You can kind of read his lips. Hold on, where you get this water from? Him? No, don't give me that water. Give me the other water out the bag. You ain't going to drug me. Pretty much said he didn't want to take the chance of getting drugged from water, and this was after the fight. So can you really put it past Deontay Wilder where listen, if anybody watched that fight, I'm going to agree with you and say this. He lost. He lost bad. He got beat bad. That's just what it was. But I want to ask you, did he look the same? Did he look worn out when he first got in the ring? Was he stretching and rolling his eyes when he first got in the ring, trying to basically wake himself up when he was throwing punches in round 1? Instead of that snapshot like he does, it seemed like he was trying to force them shots. I'm just saying, listen, we don't know what's wrong, but this is what's being put out there right now. And let me go to the chat. Where my girl at? Oh, in the one, the only poetic Kel's in the building. Remember what's going on, love. Hey, that's my girl, Porter Kill. She's a member of Blazing the Sports. Right now, she has the purple flame. I'm going to work on those flames. Do me a favor, Poetic Kills. If you are in here, do me a favor. I want to see how those emojis look. I got 3 right now. See if you can use either of those 3 emojis. American Path to Travel in the building. What's cracking, homie? All right, now let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Let's get down what the people say and don't say in the chat. The Expert Genius says, back in the building, Jane Doe. Everyone watching with me was saying Wilder looked off. Observing stuff. I thought he was off from the punch to the ear. I thought his equilibrium was off from the punch to the ear or back of the head. But I thought he did not look right from the beginning of the fight. Matter of fact, I thought he didn't look right when he was laying down. Supposed to be warming up. We see Tyson Fury on one side, gloves on, dancing, getting ready to hit mitts. And Deontay Wilder was laying down. Like, I don't know. But let's get it. My hero was sabotage. Haters coming for his throne. To this day, bomb squad for life. The alien Wilder got his ass beat. Abused dog now new owner style. Listen, man. Okay, no excuses. Okay, that's your thoughts. Wilder never. Oh, my boy in the building, the Expert Genius. Welcome to the family. Is a heat seeker in the building. Lola, come do your thing for him real quick, guys. Let's do this. When we get a new member, Lola gonna come on and do that third. Listen, you know what Lola does. In the building, D1, the only Expert Genius. Oh, there it is. Yes, Lola. Yes, there it is. Yes, it works. So, Expert Genius and Poetic Kills in the building. Shout out to you guys, support the family. I'm going to look to you guys about even improving this and whatever else we can take this and just take it to wherever new heights. My boy Expert Genius is a heat seeker now. Yes, sir. Right now, guys, I have a Lola. As you see that Poetic Kills just did it. Expert Genius used the What's Blazing with the fire under it. I also got a T-Dub. Right? The guy is T-Dub. That's me. I got a T-Dub head, and there's one more emoji I can make. And I'm willing to take whatever you guys think the last emoji should be. Let me know, and I can see if I can make that out for you. Yep, that's the T-Dub head. Sorry, guys, just in my feeling. Sierra F in the building. Sierra F says, May 27, my oldest is turning 16. Work, work, work. Yes, yes. Shout out to Sierra F. Oldest. Good. There it is. Yes. All right. So let's get this, man. Let's talk about this. Let's work. Yes. The ladies in the building. The ladies in the building. The ladies in the building. All right, guys. Let's get it. So we're going to get to the zone later. Right now, we got to get to Deontay Wilder. And I got to be honest, man. Something did not look right. Some people might say, listen, that he's making excuses, right? And I get it. Because everybody, you know, not everybody, but some people lose. They do make excuses. But let me ask you a question. Some of those same people was justifying Manny Pacquiao had a torn rotator cuff, and that's the only reason that Floyd Mayweather beat Manny Pacquiao. No surgery. He healed a torn rotator cuff by swimming in a lake's or ocean's water or salt water, healed his arm. Think about this. A torn rotator cuff. And he went swimming, and he went in hurt and came out 100% healed. And some people say, you know what? Floyd didn't beat him. He had a torn rotator cuff. But here is a Deontay Wilder. The Brahms Bomber. The one. The only. You can't say he was having butterflies because he wanted to fight the rematch a long time ago. But when we saw Wilder in that back room before the fight, to me, he didn't look right. Even when they showed him walking around the costume, he didn't look right. When he came to the ring, somebody had to help him step over the ring. He gets over, rolls his eyes, takes a deep breath, like, wake up, like, get up. When we watch Deontay Wilder versus DeVerne, Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury 1, Deontay Wilder versus Dominique Breazeale, He snaps his shots. He snaps that shot. When he fought Tyson Fury from round 1, even though I thought he won round 1, he was pushing those shots, like forcing them shots. Did somebody in his team slip something in his water? And it had to be something that had to pass VADA or not pass VADA that VADA would not search for. Yes, sir, expert genius. Got the emojis going. Skip Bayless the only one arguing that. What do you say? Ethan Elliott, what do you say? Shut up. Some people said Cotton was making excuses. Cotto was making excuses after he lost to Margarito. Listen, man, that's the thing, right? People want to say this, and we realize in this sport of boxing, people cheat all the time. We cannot act like people don't cheat, and we cannot act like they don't try to find advantages to cheat. It is what it is. People have been spiking water. Tyson Fury in this photo right here, that man tried to hand him some water. He was like, here, take this water. He said, Tyson Fury said, wait a minute. Who gave you that water? Him? Hold on. That mother effer right there gave it. Nuh-uh. I don't want this water. And pushed it back. If you don't believe me, go watch the post-fight press conference. If they didn't edit it, you can see Tyson Fury is handed water. Found out who gave him that water, refused that water, and said, give me some water from over there. And if you don't believe that people can spike water, why was it such a concern after the fight? And you don't believe that Wilder could have. And the crazy thing is, I believe that Deontay Wilder has not publicly said, but I believe that he really believes somebody in his camp, that he has evidence in his camp that somebody helped sabotage the fight. Because Wilder and Fury, up until the fight, they look great. Promotional was great. Press conference was great. Everything was great. Lola was great. Cake was great. But listen, man. Evander Holyfield said he didn't look the same. That wasn't the same Wilder. A lot of people said it wasn't the same Wilder. Listen, if you ask me who won the fight, Fury won. This is what it is. If you ask me who the champion right now, Fury is the champion. Do I want to see the third fight? Absolutely. Absolutely. And I really hope if Deontay Wilder actually comes forward with a interview. You know what, guys, I thought about this. My mind be jumping. I love, like, you guys know, like, this is one of my favorite shirts to do my video in. I love the St. Louis thing, so I stay doing laundry every day. I need to find a shirt like this and put a What's Blazing logo right here. I really love this, but that's off the topic. I want Deontay Wilder, if he comes forward and talk about this water stuff, I really hope that he comes with like really good evidence or a case that most will believe. Because right now, a lot of people just say making excuses. Just like my boy said in the chat room, when Margarito beat Cotto, they said Cotto was making excuses. And then Margarito went to fight Shane Mosley, and they found out that Margarito was using plastic gloves. It was a fight years ago. I can't remember the guy's name is. One end up, I know he died after that. I don't remember if he killed himself or not. He fought a guy that took all the padding out the glove. And he pretty much beat this man to where his face was unrecognizable. And then afterwards, he went to the other corner to basically say good fight. And the other corner trainer grabbed his gloves and held his gloves to say, hey, there's nothing in here. And that's how the guy got busted. Cheating has always been in this sport. And in this sport, it is most dangerous. Just like in the UFC, it is most dangerous. When you look at fighters I like, think about Big Baby Miller got busted, right? Dylan White got caught with D-ball in his system, right? Shannon Briggs got caught with something in his system, right? Like, it's just so many people that, listen, even Big Baby Miller, I believe, said that everybody's doing it. And you think in a high-profile fight like this, where the winner between Fury versus Wilder will be #1 in the sport of boxing, you don't think nobody would try anything? You don't think anybody would try to spike something, slip something, put cameras in somebody's a field house or a gym. People do everything at this level because it means everything at this level. Yes. Yep, the one in 1983. If and when this is confirmed true, Fury should be banned from boxing for life after the third fight. Though, listen, I'm being honest, I don't want Fury banned right now. I'm with you that I don't want them even talking about banning him until after this third fight. To be honest, I don't think it's ever going to link back to Fury being the one that paid it. I think, if anything, Deontay Wilder he possibly might expose the person who did it. He possibly might say, see, like, and that's the thing, man, because if everybody look at, if it's not caught by Wilder, then nobody was busted. But we don't think about that. Dylan White passed all Wilder tests. But he got caught by, which one was it that? Was it UCAD? UCAD caught him for D-ball. Wilder didn't. Everybody's checking for something that speeds you up, increases your heart rate, increasing your testosterone, increases your energy, increases your awareness. But a lot of people are not thinking about things that slow you down because they probably think that nobody's fighting wants to be slowed down. But they're not thinking that maybe an opponent wants to slow down his opponent or his fighter. In Gladiator, took a knife, hit him up real quick, slowed him down. But we're going to get it. Let's talk about this, guys. DAZN. God, this is bad news, man. This is bad news. It is reported that DAZN is looking for investors, possibly looking to sell outright DAZN. Guys, wow. I'm telling you right now, this would be the fastest rise in the fall in any type of boxing promotional network thing that I have ever seen in my life. DAZN came on the scene and they came out hard, hitting with the billionaires. Listen, got money that runs miles and miles, like Carl Lewis, overpaying these fighters, right? Just overpaying these fighters, making these fighters who probably would have signed with PBC or Top Rank or somebody like that, did a deal with Showtime to jump with DAZN. But even before this pandemic hit, DAZN was kind of struggling. It was put out there that only the top guys going to get paid the money, and everybody else, well, you get the crumbs that's drip from the top guys like Canelo's. Would it not be crazy, right? Would it not be? Think about this. Think about this. Think about this. Would it not be crazy if some kind of way, PBC, I doubt it. I doubt this happened. But if Al Heyman outright made a purchase to buy DAZN, outright, which I don't think they're going to do it because I think it goes against what they're doing on Fox. I think Fox is the best deal. Fox, listen, Fox is free TV, right? One, you get the mass audience. You get an audience that you wouldn't even be able to reach. You get a leftover audience. People can be watching as the world turn or whatever favorite show or Jurassic Park, whatever movie, and then next thing you know, you come on right after that. They haven't changed the channel yet. Man, you getting viewers that you wouldn't even get just because you got Fox 2. Somebody got an antenna and some duct tape and aluminum foil, and now they're watching TV. You get millions of viewers. But on DAZN, you have to actually want DAZN. And you get in DAZN strictly for the sports. Strictly. On Fox, you get the movies, you get the news, you get the Super Bowl. And then if they're not doing Fox, they can do Showtime, they can do pay-per-view. It's just too many outlets. But hypothetically, we're going to do this. I don't believe it's going to happen, but we'll say this. What if Al Heyman, PBC, decided to buy DAZN? DAZN signs every fighter and whoever signed to them over to PBC. Eddie Hearn will be working for Al Heyman. Listen, woo, things can get really screwy, man. My boy, the expert genius says, I told y'all about DAZN 2 years ago. Maxine's, I got pillow ready for DAZN. Ha! Listen, it is crazy, man. It is crazy. Listen, if they could have done what they said it was going to do, listen, it would have been. Listen. If it would have worked out perfect, every fight, every big fighter, you get $10 a month. But to be honest, when we got the big fighters, a lot of times we wouldn't get in the best matchups. Listen, Eddie Hearn has reported, in my opinion, just now saying we need to start making 50-50 fights. Basically mean fighters fight that where anybody can win. Why wasn't this implemented 2 years ago? See, if you are a new company, you just can't get the big fighters and then put them against people like what's that? Rocky Fielding. You just can't do that. You know, like, or you got Triple G and you put them against everybody but Demetrius Andrade and people that actually stands a chance of beating them, like Jamal Charlo. This was high-profile fighters in mismatch fights. Derevyanchenko, in my opinion, beat Triple G, but some kind of way he got the win. Guys, I'm just saying. Like, to me, like, I mean, I know Al Heyman's not going to do it, but would it not be the biggest big dog, I'm the kingpin type of Trump if Al Heyman and the PBC, however they do it, bought out DAZN, and now they pretty much own everything that's signed with Golden Boy. Pretty much whatever they have actually inked in with Matchroom. Gosh, Al Heyman would be the kingpin, man. Al Heyman would be the kingpin. They'll be trying to get him on those old kingpin New York charges. They'll be trying to get him for real. They'll be trying to spike Al Heyman's water. The man that never says a word, but will be running everything. Now, see, just as a big dog move, that'll be some big dog stuff. But listen, he probably don't want to put money into DAZN. He might be like, I could save that ship and then have everybody in that ship be under me. Or I can let that ship sink. I can let it sink to the bottom of the Pacific. It'll be somewhere down there next to the Atlantis. AD in the building. What's cracking? AD says, when Fury destroys Wilder in third, I can't wait to hear the next load of excuses. AD, call and get work. Expert Genius said, you ready to go night-night? Everyone's ready to night-night in my Kevin Horse voice. Yeah. Hey, listen, guys. You guys want to call in. Call in, get something to work. 314-884-1013. Call in, talk to me. Let me know what do you think about DAZN. Let me know what do you think about the water. What do you think? Is it believable? Not believable? Did Wilder look the same to you? Did he look the same from the time he was in the backstage, from the time he got in the ring? I'm talking about before he got knocked in the back of the head. Call in now. Treat me like Cleo. Call in now. Let me know. Ethan Elliott, that would be a disaster. We already can get DAZN fighters to fight each other. We don't need the PBC guys in there too. Well, I think the PBC guys, well, I mean, listen, if Al Heyman buys them, if Al Heyman take over, he will run it differently, I believe, than Eddie Hearn and Golden Boy. Because, see, when Golden Boy got with his own and Canelo signed that. Listen, Canelo signed a 10 or 11 fight deal, which means you have to keep him winning a majority of the time. They were not in a position to afford to let Canelo lose, which means we know for a fact Canelo is not going to be in any kind of tough matchups for a while. Maybe now, since he done had 5 or 6 or 7 fights. I don't know how many fights he had. He done had a lot of them. Let's work. You are live with your boy T. That was Blazing the Sports. Who calling? Let's talk about it.
What's good, T. Your boy the Extra Genius. What's good?
Man, what is cracking, man? Let's talk about this water, and then let's get your thoughts on the zone, champ.
All right, man. This water deal. I think there's some weight behind it, but you know, let's just sit back and wait for this to roll on out. And I know Deontay Wilder, like 78 said earlier, Wilder's been knowing about this since a couple of days after the fight, but he just ain't said nothing.
Yeah.
Everybody's coming out with anything coming out. Oh, he's making excuses. He's making excuses. And, you know, that's not what Wilder is about. But let's sit back and just wait, because I already know, even if it is true, people are still just going to be saying, oh, well, he's only bringing this out now as an excuse.
Right.
Or he's just a sore loser. That's why he's exposing this. That's all it's going to be.
I get it. He just cannot, like, see, right now, Wilder is playing it smart. He's trying to make sure he have all his ducks lined up, everything, his T's crossed, his I's dotted. That way, when he does come out and actually make either radio interview or in-person interview, he has evidence to back up his claims. Because if he just say it now, they're going to say, you're making excuses. And then, you know, people pretty much just saying, you need to just accept the loss. But I do believe at some point he will come out with it.
Well, how I will come out with it, I'll come out with it during the third fight press conference.
Right.
Every presser, just hit him with facts. Just to see his face. I don't care if anybody, you know, because nobody really his fans ain't gonna believe it. But I just keep hitting, you know, coming up, just getting in his head. I use it as mind games. I use it as mind games during the press conference. That's how I come out with it.
You know, when he did that interview with PBC, he pretty much said, he was like, man, I can't believe this happened to me. He said, you know, the lead up to the fight was great, but about, you know, 10 to 15 minutes, you know, before the actual fight, I felt like a zombie. You know, anybody know me, know that really wasn't me. I can't say much now. I don't want to make excuses, but I am going to come out more with it later. And I think once everything is settled with the third fight, they have the venue, they have the dates, and if I was him, like you said, I would do it doing a press conference when everything is out there and all the eyes is looking at him, then come out with evidence. And that way can be like, whoa, wow, you know?
Yeah, that's how I do it. But I like how, you know, Wilder, you know, how he handled himself during that interview. Because, man, if that was me, I couldn't believe that happened to me. And that's just crazy. And the fact that with the water thing, your own team, you know, with Ian on it, that's crazy. And to me, if he has a toxicology report from the doctors saying that there was something spiked in his water, man, that's gonna be crazy, because it's already out that, you know, from a doctor, that from one of his team members, that just waiting for him to put that out, that his injuries that he sustained was not consistent with somebody just using a regular glove.
Yeah, I heard about that, but I wasn't able to read more up on it, which is why I didn't do a video. But this with the water, and like I said, one of the reasons that I believe it, that it could happen, not saying it did, is that after the fight, Tyson Fury in the post-fight press conference, doing his celebration, somebody tried to bring him some water. The dude handed him some water. I got the picture. I'm going to bring it back up for people to see it. But the guy tried to hand him some water. And you can see Tyson Fury's mouth is like, hold on, who gave you that water? That dude right there, he gave you that water? No, I don't want that water. Give me some water from over there. It's like, if he's worried about it and it's after the fight, you don't believe that it could be given to somebody before a fight and somebody's worried about it after a fight? And like I said, man, I get Wilder, man, especially if it's true and it's somebody in his camp, a coach, a friend, a sparring partner. To me, that's all it can be. Either a close friend, one of his coaches or assistants, or possibly a sparring partner that was lucky to be there in his dressing room to either give him a water or pour him some water.
Before this whole drug thing came out, like when the fight had already happened, I forgot which channel. It was either Boxing Squared or Ultra Tech. I was on there and I was talking about the whole water bottle incident when this was fresh after the fight, like a couple of days after the fight when they did the video. I was on there in their comment section talking to somebody about that, and it was like, you're just making excuses. There was nothing. He can turn down the water. That's that's normal and all that kind of stuff. He can turn down the water. You're just making excuses. You can't accept the fact that Wilder lost.
But check this out, though. If you turn down water, the way you turn down water is, if somebody try to hand it to you, you don't even grab it. You just say, "Nah, I'm not thirsty," and then they pour it back. You don't grab it and then look over and ask who gave it to you. Then when you find out who gave it to him, then you say, "No, I don't want that. You want some water from somewhere else." To me, that little suspect. Matter of fact, I got the wrong picture. That little suspect to me.
Very suspect. Well, you want to get into the DAZN?
Let's get it.
Man, like me and everybody else have been talking about this when the DAZN was first announced when it was $9.99. But like this is not gonna fly. None of these fighters that signed to the DAZN we know or care about. So if you're trying to get into the U.S. market, how are you gonna try to sell us something with fighters we don't even know? And then they were dishing out big to the fighters they were signing. They were dishing out big money to these fighters, but they were putting on lackluster events. You can probably, since the DAZN has been, in the United States, you could probably name 2 events that were probably, some good events that the DAZN has put on, other than the Super Series.
Most of the DAZN events, especially with boxing, even when they turn out to be good fights, they wasn't set up to be good fights. Joshua versus Andy Ruiz, that wasn't set up to be a good fight. It's supposed to be just an easy win for Joshua, and it turned out to be better. Even the fight between Triple G and Derevchenko, in my opinion, did a lot better than people expect him to be. So their good fights that turned out to be good wasn't good on paper before it happened.
Now, here's the thing about that fight, because I was a huge Golovkin fan, even when everybody, was clowning on Golovkin like he's ducky and all that kind of stuff. I was still rolling with Golovkin. And that fight, because when he gave up his IBF belt to avoid Derevchenko the first time, I was like, you know what? Oh well, I'm still gonna rock with Golovkin. Then I seen the fight, and I was like, man, I see why he gave up his belt. Derevchenko was beating his for in, man. And then they announced that Golovkin won. I was like, what?
Bro, I was shocked, man.
I immediately stopped being a Golovkin fan. I was like, no, I'm not a Golovkin fan. I don't even care if the Canelo, because I was one of the ones that wanted the third fight. Right. Because I was like, man, Triple G gonna get him. But now I don't even care for the third fight. I don't care for any fight Golovkin fights.
See, Expert Genius, in my opinion, when I go back to the DAZN, and this is, in my opinion, off the top of my dome, what hurt them from the jump. One, when they came at the USA pretty much, and they came at promoters, and you cannot come at a place that you want to actually grow in. And what I mean is, when they were talking about, we come to conquer, we come to put this out of business, we come to do that. This is the people that you want, but yet you coming over, and they had Eddie Hearn being the mouthpiece, and he was the one that really wasn't. He should have been coming over here making friends with the Al Haymans, making friends with Top Ranks, but he pretty much came over like, we're going to shut all you guys all you guys down. We're going to kill everything you got. We're going to pretty much be the #1 source. And they haven't really grown. Then they start recruiting really big names, signing them to big deals like Canelo and Triple G and a few more. But the thing is, when you sign these guys to big names for a lot of fights like Canelo, you have to keep them undefeated, which means a lot of times you're either going to put them in fights they're going to win, or if it's a close fight, you go to decision, they're going to get the victory. Example is the Derevyanchenko versus Triple G, and a lackluster fight is example Canelo versus Rocky Fielding. So when you already got fights that you know the outcome, but they got a big name, they just wasn't growing. And now with this pandemic hit, and they all about sports, there is no live sports. People start unsubscribing like a girlfriend cheated on them. There's no wonder they want to sell and bail at this time.
Yeah, like you said, this coming over here with that. Oh, we're gonna take over. Pay-per-view is dead, but pay-per-view is still doing better than DAZN, and they haven't took over anything. And Eddie Hearn admitted that he underestimated the U.S. market, and he didn't know what was going on because the bully tactics. I heard from some people in the UK that he tried the same bully tactics over there in the UK, and it works out. But just because it works over there doesn't mean it's going to work over here or over there or anywhere else.
DAZN messed up. DAZN should have got somebody from the USA that was already big and try to make their entrance. You cannot take somebody that's from a different country and say, go over here and make it grow in this country. It's just not going to happen. Even if you got Al Heyman right now, if Al Heyman started talking smack about, I'm going to go to Australia, I'm going to take over, and I'm going to put every, boxing thing out of business like that, the Australian is just not going to be that receptive to them. They're just not. And especially even when you get them a low price of $9.99. And this was another sign when you know things are going bad. It was basically a penny under $10. And in about a year, it went from $10 to $20 per month. That lets you know that the company was struggling. And now in 2 years, they're talking about possibly selling the complete company. This is the fastest rise and fall of a so-called empire I ever seen in my life.
I mean, it's crazy. They started out at, like you said, $9.99, and then you had ESPN Plus for $4.99.
Man, yeah, man.
But you had more variety with ESPN Plus.
Yeah. All right, let me get back to the chat. Hey, give him one final word. Tell him something else, man. Get him one final word.
One final word? Hey, y'all get ready for this trilogy between Wilder and Fury. It's going down. It's going to be a whole new ball game. That's my final word.
Yes, sir. Listen, guys, that right there on the phone is the one, the only expert genius. New member to the channel, the What's Blazing the Sports channel. Shout out to my boy Expert Genius, bringing that knowledge. Shout out to my girl Poetic Kels. Oh! Listen, guys, we're back at like a crackhead. Give me a box geek of this work. Shout out to my boy Sweep LA in the building, Louisiana in the building, Baby Ting in the building. Well, this is embarrassing. What is Champ? Talk to me. Call in if you want to talk about it, Champ. Let's get it. He said, TW chat room so information, and the baddest draw, aka Jennifer A. Oh, is it Jennifer A? I'm going to figure out how to be heat-seeker without getting cyber attacked again. All right, I gotta figure out a way to, give me a check. I'll make you a mod. Hold on one second. Hold on. All right, guys, there it is. Listen, man. Guys, we're back at it. We're working harder than the next man. Let's get it, man. Let's go. And, man, I was talking to my boy, what's my boy? My boy, I get Tavares, right? And we was talking about sometimes. I used to stay up north a little bit, right? And every time we went out to clubs, right? And it's crazy, right? I was staying in Iowa, and I'm not gonna lie. There is not much to do in Iowa. Either there's two things. There's drinking, and there's more. There's drinking and there's dating. That's it, right? So I was younger then. I was up there in Iowa, and I was hanging with my boy Tavares. And every time I went out to the club, something always happened to me. Like, I don't know, man, because maybe back then I had cornrows, I had braids in my hair, and I used to always attract the not so great females, right? I remember up there a pickup line that a girl used on me. She was dancing next to me, right? She's like, "You know I can braid hair, right?" I'm like, "Hey, okay, you know." I'm like, "Are you telling me that I need to get my hair redone, or I don't know?" So check this out, right? So it was Saturday night, right? Down here is just a bar in St. Louis. It's a place called Rookies. It's just a bar. But up there, this bar had an upstairs, and it was a club, right? So me and my boy Tavares walking the club Saturday night, right? The club is right. I mean, gigging, right? We got Lil Jon, right? Lil Jon on the beat, right? You know, like everything going down. And I remember that one of the dudes I went there with, he was kind of dancing with this somewhat tall chick, right? And then he ended up taking the chick. I didn't realize what he was doing, right? Like, he was dancing, he took the chick, and then he moved the chick on me, right? And she looked back, she started dancing. I was like, whatever, I'll dance, right? So she was grooving on me, right? And somewhere from the beginning of that song, or she started dancing on me, to the end of that song, some kind of way we became a couple, but I didn't know about it, right? So I tried to leave after that song, and she didn't let me leave. She grabbed me, like, "No, stay here," right? And I'm like, "Oh, I'm trapped." You know, my boy Tavares is 6'7". Like, "Man, come on, T-Dub, let's get a drink, man." I said, "I'm trying," right? So I was dancing with her, right? I got in the groove, I got her looking forward, and I just slid out, got a drink, get back to the dance floor. I wasn't going back to that area, right? So there was two more chicks right there, right? And they were like, they had, it was called this White House. There was a White House, a big White House that some college girls used to rent out up there, right? And they're like, "Hey, you should come back to the White House for the after party." I'm like, "Okay, cool." Go to the White House, right? And I'm over there talking to them, and then she sees me. She come over, right? Listen, I'm 5'11". She's about 1.5 inches taller than me. She looking down on me like, and looking at them like, "Oh, it's like that? Oh, it's like that? You gonna leave me for them? Oh, it's like that? It's like that?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" You know, and I just danced with her, right? I only had to dance with her. So she storms off. Then me and my boy Tavares, right? This time we on the outskirts of the dance floor. You know, on the dance floor, it's super packed. But if you get right on the edge, it's like there's nobody really behind you, then it's just us. But the floor is like super packed where it's like you can't even move. And I swear to God, it was like Moses was there and hit this cane on the ground. All I saw was this girl that was taller than most girls and guys out there walking through the crowd. And like, there was no bumping. It's like everybody just opened up for her. And I was standing here. My boy Tavares was kind of like right next to me. And she was looking. She never looked at me. She was looking straight, right? And then right when she got to me, she leaned her shoulder back. Boom! She shoulder bumped me, right? And my boy like spit up his Milwaukee best. No, it was Miller. Cause he's from Milwaukee. He spit up his Miller. He's like, "Bro, what was that? What was that?" I'm like, "Bro, I don't know, man." Like, she tripping. I danced with her, right? And I'm thinking that it's over, right? This time, about 30 minutes later, I'm back. I'm on a dance floor. Now, I got them same two girls, and now we're in the back, close to the window, right? And they playing that song, "Get Low, Get Low, Get Low," right? So, you know, T-Dub, back then, T-Dub low, right? I know I can get low. They getting low, I'm getting low with them. And then all of a sudden, I feel like 2 punches in the back. This same chick hit me with 2 good ones to the back. I'm not going to lie. I felt my back muscles kind of twitch on me, and it started tightening up, right? Which means that, one of them knuckles must have got through there. At this point, I'm telling the bouncers, like, listen, you got to get this chick. She's tripping. Get away from me, blah, blah, blah. And she disappeared, right? She gone. At least I thought, right? I thought she was gone. Club over with, right? Now, I'm right outside the main door talking to them same chicks. I'm going to this White House. It's an after party at the White House. I'm going to the White House. I shit you not. I swear to God, it's 100% true. I can call my boy Divorce right now. It's just, let him tell you. And then I'm talking to them, right? She come out, right? I'm like, oh, no. I'm trying not to look at her. She tapped me on my shoulder, right? She has a cigarette in her mouth. She said, do you got a light? Just like that. Do you got a light? I said, no, I don't smoke. Use a damn light. And walks off, throwing her hands like this, man. Listen, man. Gosh, man, I'm telling you, I had some wild stories. I gotta get back to boxing. I had some wild stories, man. I had some wild stories. That same friend, I remember we was at this bar. It was Thursday night, college night. We was at this bar, and remember, he's 6'7". This girl, I'm not gonna lie, this very unattractive young lady with overalls came on. She said, "Hey, can I dance with you?" He said politely, "Nah, not right now. I'm okay though, but thank you." And he started back talking to me. You would think it would be over. Well, she went to the bar and she got two guys, and the two guys came up back to my boy Tavares, right? At this time, I'm sitting back because everything always happening to me. Something finally happened to him. The two dudes come over there, they tell Tavares, like, bro, go on dance with him, man. Why could you dance with him, man? How can you turn her down? You're like, I don't want to dance, man. Listen, you dance with her. I don't feel like dancing, right? But listen, guys, that's a whole new tale. That's a whole new tale. Let's get back to this boxing, man. Let's get back to it. I was talking to him earlier, and it kind of brought back memories, man, about when we used to go out, all the crazy things used to happen, man. About when we ran into a one-legged stripper. Wow, man. That one, I ain't never seen a one-legged stripper work the pole, man. Gosh, man. She was killing it though, bro. She had that. She was boom. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. Yeah. But all right, guys. So let's get to it, man. Let's get back to it. That's off topic. Listen, man. Right now in boxing, anything can happen. I know a lot of people are going to tell Deontay Wilder, stop making excuses. To be honest, he hasn't publicly came out and said much of. He didn't really confirm this. Has he alluded to it? In my opinion, yes. He did the interview and said this. I felt like I was a zombie. The whole training camp, everything was good. The things that happened to me took place within like the last 15 minutes of me actually coming up to the actual fight. I felt like a zombie. And even when I watched the fight, right, I'm calling the fight live, Deontay Wilder is laying on his couch, not even moving. I'm like, what is he doing, right? Everybody knows that before a fight, you got to get warmed up. Like, what is he doing? He was just laying down for a long time to me. And then, like I said, I'm not saying it's true or it's not true. I don't really know. I know more is going to come out about it. I heard about when people said that he was talking about his suit way too much. I heard that he wasn't the actual person said it. I heard somebody else in this training camp said it, and the conversation was overheard, and that's what they put out in the public. Even though Deontay Wilder never said that was the actual thing that was put out there. But think about this. If something happened to you that you feel weird 15 minutes, you're trying to find out why did you feel weird. What you thinking? Was it my suit? Could the suit be that heavy? You know, but it sounds like somebody in this camp either poured him some water or put something in a bottle of water and he consumed it. This is just me just speculating, I guess. And he consumed it. And it did not get caught by VADA, because VADA, in my opinion, typically don't test for things that will slow you down, make you sleepy, or make you drowsy. They typically test for things that enhances your ability. And from what I know, VADA has a banned list. So if you can come up with something that is not on that banned list, it'll pass a VADA test. Now, Tyson Fury won that fight. There's no doubt. Yeah, there was a couple things in that fight that looked kind of shady. A couple things in that fight looked kind of weird. But he won. But I do not want, in no way, no shape, form, or fashion, for Fury to get any kind of punishment until after the third fight. Because Deontay Wilder will be robbed for life. Now, even in the third fight, I think Tyson Fury is a hell of a fighter. He can fight. But you got to think about it. When somebody said, all I do is win, no matter what. People don't understand. No matter what means no matter what I have to do, I am going to win. Just like a certain cyclist who won year after year after year after year after year. Can I find out? He was on some shit too. And I'm not talking about a toilet bowl. Big Baby Miller tested for every drug allegedly in grandma's cabinet. Came in a house looking like Little Red Riding Hood, sneaking out to grandma's cabinet, taking everything, mixing it up into one pill, popping it. Dylan White taking D-ball. Tyson Fury already has something about him right now where he still has to deal with testing positive. I can't remember for what drug it was, but his excuse for his testing positive was, hey, I went to a farmer. I asked this farmer to sell me uncastrated with the shaft and balls and all. Wild boar. So the only way to get wild boar is by catching a boar in the wild. Cannot raise a wild boar because it's no longer wild. So whatever he tested positive for, he said it was from him buying meat from somebody who sold him wild, uncastrated bull. And you had to consume, from what I heard, the testicles or the shaft itself. The real question was, when he consumed the shaft itself, was it empty or was it a fully loaded gun? Let's talk about it. Is it Nagilon? Where's at Don Dada? I haven't seen Don Dada in a minute, man. When did the truth become excuses? Wilder? What's that? Vacancy will be here like Leonidas. What is that? Leo. What's the name? I can't pronounce the name. Leo. What is it? Leo Donis. I'm butchering that. And a 300 in Athens, Greece. Smash that like button. Yes, yes. Keep her away from me. Keep who? Let's go. Leonidas. That's what it is. Leonidas. I butchered that. God damn, I butchered that. Man, I ain't seen Don Dada in a minute, man. But you know, I listen, man. People are busy, man. It's all good. But guys, listen, man. We're going to find out more about this Watergate. We're going to see what's going on with that. We exactly don't know what's going to happen. I want to hear from Deontay Wilder. Right now, it looks like he's talking to people, and those people are leaking bits and parts of information. We have not heard from him. The reason I believe we have not heard it outright from Deontay Wilder is because when he comes with it, he want to come with all his ducks in a row. That way, he said, listen, this, and this. And at that point, if he comes with it, there will still be doubters that say you're making excuses. But if Deontay Wilder was saying, listen, they drug my water, I don't want to fight him the third time, then I can say he's making excuses. But if Deontay Wilder said, listen, I'm not bypassing this rematch. I want this rematch. I am not taking step aside money. I want to fight him. That's not nobody making excuses. That's somebody saying, I want to fight this guy. I want to prove that I'm the best. I want a shot at my title now. It's my title, and I want it now. It's not excuses. For some fighters, even Anthony Joshua said in an interview, there was some things going on with me before the Andy Ruiz fight. I don't want to talk about it now, but one day I will reveal. Anthony Joshua said words like that. There were things going on. And guess what you didn't hear? He's making excuses. You didn't hear that. Even though he lost in a similar fashion to Deontay Wilder, you didn't hear that say he's making excuses. Some of the same people who say Wilder is making excuses believe that Manny Pacquiao had a torn rotator cuff and swimming in the Atlantic or Pacific or Indian Ocean fixed it. He couldn't move it, took a swim in 80-foot deep water, came out alive, fighting in 6 months. T-Dub tore a rotator cuff, had to set out an entire year. Not only could I not swim, I couldn't sleep at night. I was in so much pain. I slept inside of a sling because I didn't want to move it, because a little twitch would send me into pain. But hey, I guess I don't live around no ocean when I stay in Missouri. But guys, it's your boy T-Dub Basic Sports. I'm going to get out of here. I got a whole chicken being smoked right now. And I should have took it off 30 minutes ago. But hey, maybe it made it better. This is your boy T-Dub, and here is what's blazing in sports. Pow! Let's go. Lola, take us out the right way. Lola, come on now. Wake up, girl. There you go. Let's go. What? This is that I needed a new beat for the channel, so I was making this beat. I found a Lil Jon sample of him saying yeah, saying what? Like, you know what? Okay, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna come in once they drop that beat. Yeah! Let's go. T-Dub in the building already know. Got a couple bitches and you know they all gonna go. Like my style, they like my swag, they like my flow. One come in and one leave out my damn dope. Here we go, the T-Dub family. Here we go. Let's what? Oh, hey, I'm messing around, you know. Yeah. Let's get it. What? Took a swim in the Filipino Sea and said hallelujah. What? American Bastard Travel just killed me with that one. What? Listen, man. Check out. We have 3 tiers on becoming a membership. Click on my channel. Go to join. You can be a heat seeker. You can be a pyromaniac, or you can be an inferno. We got with special emojis. We got the T-Dub emoji. We got the Lola emoji. We got the What's Blazing in Sports. I might work on doing a different one with that. And I'm going to create one more emoji. I would love you guys' help to let me know what you want to use to represent inside the show. Salute!